The fact that you are still here on earth and yet living, even though it's been difficult, and occasionally you become disheartened and lack the motivation to continue. God has a purpose you will develop as a result of your experiences. Be thankful instead of depressed. Do not linger. Instead of whining, make. We've got this. There is hope in our hearts as long as I have breath in my lungs, and it is not an option to give up. You and I, regardless of your particular circumstances, your hardship, your tragedy, your storm, your injuries, scars, and mistreatment, you are not a product of your past, regardless of what they may be. You are not a byproduct of your surroundings or your particular circumstance at the moment. However, you are always the result of how we handle our storm. We are all hoping for perfection as a result. It's a fantasy that will never materialize. It's a pretext for never playing. The purpose of your story is not to serve as your stronghold. Your tale should serve as your motivation. In the struggle against the world, you cannot prevail if you are unable to defeat your own thoughts. That dream will not wait and advise taking a break. It will say, "Come catch me." If you can catch me, you must shut out all surrounding noise. That will tell you that you are incapable of doing it. Have faith that you can. Remind yourself that I am more than my circumstances. I'm more than my demons. I am fantastic, and I will share my gift with everyone. Since I was created to accomplish this, son, you need to go get it. Be kind. Get it now, be kind. Get it now, be kind. Get it now, be kind. Son, go grab it. If you're going to witness it, if a breakthrough is going to occur, then you will need to be comfortable with the necessary procedure. The one action you must take to travel to a place you have never been, to own something that you have never had before, is to alter your thought process. You're on the edge of your seat as someone else performs live, imagining what it will be like to jump without ever having done so, and my only purpose is to tell you to leap and hit. Faith that you can. Have faith that it's within your reach. Avoid lying on your back. Whatever comes your way, you must be ready to take on and complete the challenge. Additionally, avoid discussing and thinking about the negative. What, in your opinion, would great look like? As long as the heart continues to pump blood, you're still alive, your package still doesn't have rose petals on it. Make sure that every breath you take has a purpose. Keep pursuing your goals, and each of us has a purpose. Each of you in this room was created to do more than simply exist, but to live. Each of you in this room was created with the intention of leaving your mark on history. Man, 9 years ago, I would advise some of you to follow my example. I grabbed a piece of paper and jotted down my objectives and dreams, and I put it on a mirror in the bathroom, and I would stare at it every morning when I woke up, and I added, every decision I make, every choice I make, I'm going to get over it. Will that help make my dream come true, or will it contribute to the demise of my dream? And whether the decisions I'm making are advancing my dream for me, that's the option. However, if our decisions are ruining our dreams, you shouldn't choose that. You must develop a mission, goal, and dream-oriented mindset, and not impulsively focused in the present. It's similar to looking into a rearview mirror. Looking into the rearview mirror. Things in the mirror are closer than they appear, is what the words read, and I want all of you, young men and women, to comprehend that your aspirations and objectives are directly in front of you. They are closer than you could ever dream of or even conceive. There they are. I don't care if you're currently a senior or in the 7th grade. That's what you want to become and what you want to accomplish. Mirror images are closer than they seem. Additionally, the physician, educator, scientist, the physician, the beautician, the sportsman, the performer, and the musician, it's right in front of you, whatever it is you wish to become. However, the judgments and choices we make will have an impact, and we must cease allowing the views of those who don't truly respect you to influence us, and their opinions of you prevent you from escaping and throwing everything you've got at this thing. Guy, due to the dreams, every single one of those things is in front of you. However, it's the decisions and choices we make. These are the money that will be used to buy that dream. Those dreams can be bought with decisions. Making your life a priority is the currency that buys those dreams. What matters will be what you do. A few of you must cease playing and begin to acknowledge that this is your time. Don't risk exposing yourself for something you're not, due to your desire to blend in. Avoid doing it. You dare not do it. I am aware that these are genuine problems and that you are struggling in life. Dude, and you're attempting to determine up, down, left, and right, and where am I heading? I'm telling you all, you are currently at a location. This month and on this day, while I'm speaking with you at this institution, that you may come to a realization is your time to make a change. Now is the time for you to understand you don't have to be or do what other people believe you should be, or what everyone else thinks you should be. You are free to be who you are, and you have the ability to become anything you wish to be. Thus, those aspirations and objectives that some of you have, things might appear bigger than life. Excellent. What I want you to pursue is that. Additionally, avoid letting the dread of perfection or failure consume you, prevent you from moving forward. You will not be flawless. You'll make errors. However, I can assure you that you will never be able to tell if you can swim or sink unless you do a water jump. Someone who asserts that something is not feasible, the power of their will has not been used. You can't follow everyone else's lead and believe you're going to accomplish something amazing. You need to do something extra, something distinctive. Hear me out. You must constantly consider it. You must consider it when you're asleep. You must constantly breathe it. You must constantly imagine it. You have to always be changing. However, this is not the moment to compromise. The moment to give up is not now. The time to double down is now. You put yourself in a situation where you begin to question your own abilities. You lack faith. You have no faith in what will happen next. However, nothing could result from this. If you lack the courage to move forward and the necessary skills will determine whether something is possible or impossible. Those who are successful do so because they are driven to do so. Many of us are preoccupied with the how, and we claim that the how is quite difficult and intimidating. It's really difficult and demanding. That the reason I don't want to do it is because it's too insane. The how is irrelevant. It's the reason. It won't transform you if it doesn't push you. It won't transform you if it doesn't test. I am frequently asked if I would allow success to alter who I am. Hear me out. Folks have it wrong. It's not about whether success will alter who you are. If you want to succeed, you must change. First, the shift takes place. If you wish to make the impossibly feasible for yourself, you must have confidence in yourself. Go ahead and make it happen. Stop waiting for it to occur. No more excuses. No more blame. No more putting up with mediocrity. Don't blame your father or your mother. Quit pointing the finger at your community. Stop placing blame on your wife and husband. Put an end to assigning blame and begin to grind. And the sole distinction between those who succeed and those who fail is the one who succeeded after trying again. You have to realize that you are a special person, and all you require is within of you. Right now, I want you to go locate a mirror and tell yourself, I am conceivable. I am conceivable. I am conceivable. It is feasible to do what is impossible for the believers. Put them out of your mind and begin to consider you. Not everything will turn out the way you want it to. You must realize that the conflict is inevitable. There will be weakness, and everything you are going through in your life at the moment is not going to break you. It will only teach you. You don't have to accept these situations, but they can teach you something. You can provide for its necessities. However, resist giving in to weakness and the sense of accomplishment that comes with giving up. Nothing could possibly result from this. You can't accomplish anything with this. Don't add to the suffering. Instead, cite your desire to be better than you are now. Transform the impossibility into a possibility. How long does it take you to get back to me and return to yourself, your work, and your aspirations? The last time you faced adversity, you gave up? When adversity struck the last time, did you give up? Not now. You're stronger, so no, not this time, because you're smarter. You're more determined, so not this time. How recently have you had faith in yourself? You had faith in everyone else. You have endured this much suffering, this much crying, and this much bleeding. The instant you acknowledge that if you change your viewpoint, that your viewpoint no longer represents your reality, however, it is your passport, it's your aircraft, you must possess the perseverance and guts necessary to push forward. And give it just a bit more than you now have. You must give up your emotions. You must set aside your feelings. You must give up your sleep. You must give up your outdated mindset. You must give up your previous method of doing things. You must give up your previous way of being to become the new you. You must give up the old you. You must give up something. If you've ever desired the impossibility to become feasible for you, you must put forth a lot of effort. You must think that there is still more work to be done, day in and day out. You, Steve, could even feel defeated at times. However, you are not necessarily defeated just because you feel that way. Even when you're exhausted, you're still alive, and you must possess the resolve to continue. This is a message for everyone and anyone that is brave enough to believe thought they were destined to change the world and create history. I'm allergic to ordinary, so I won't be it. I was destined to make an impression. It's not impossible, so keep fighting, keep having faith in yourself. Remain optimistic about the prospects. Leave the negative behind. Encourage yourself and have faith in yourself. And travel as far as you are able. This voyage, your globe, it's a stunning image. With your lives, each of you is creating a picture. The artists are you. The paintbrushes are your hands and feet. And the decisions you're making at the moment, or the brush strokes on the paint. You have the freedom to paint any picture you like. Whatever you wish to become, you can. However, the decisions you are making at this moment are important. If only I could take my time and make decisions that create rather than harm. If I could make decisions that build rather than destroy. Man, if I could learn to starve negativity and feed optimism, because hard work is effective, my life could change. When you make wise decisions, amazing things occur. Work hard. I apologize. It cannot be avoided. Hard work is effective. We cannot take shortcuts. Not every A is an A. And what I mean when I say that is, you can use Google to find the solution if you'd like. However, you're not stealing from your parents or teachers. The only person you are robbing is yourself, not the school, because you're attempting to cut corners. Not all A's are A's. Hard work is effective. Additionally, the positive aspects of hard effort, particularly in our culture, we live in a sluggish world. Everyone is going to discuss it and post about it. However, not many individuals are interested in doing it. And if you'll just have the guts to start pursuing your dream, to make decisions that lead to growth, to automatically put in the effort right away because most people are lazy, you stand out from the crowd since everyone posts and talks. However, not a lot of individuals are eager to leave. Talented people will always be outperformed by hard labor. They don't want to put forth a lot of effort. You are in charge of yourself. You have no influence over what people do or how they perceive you. However, you are in charge of yourself. And diligence will always outwork talented folks that truly don't want to work hard. All of you, regardless of your current position on this life's journey, you have complete authority to end your own life and turn into whatever you want to be. Dude, diamonds are made beautifully. Coal, pressure, and heat are the sources of diamonds, and a tremendous number of goods is needed, and from those coal mines and that dirt, and from all the risks associated with that conflict, and that tension provides us something wonderful happen. Guy, a few of you have experienced a great deal. There have been several deliberate actions. Some of the problems you have to cope with in life are simply beyond your control. However, regardless of the situation, what I'm saying and what you've been going through, there is beauty in the ashes. Guy, recall the time when you desired more. Recall the time when there were persons in your life that did not believe in you. Recall the moment when you truly gave up on the potential of the individuality you possessed. Within, recall how frequently you used to grumble but accomplished very little. There comes to a time in your life that you need to understand that there is a bit more, things must be completed rather, than only griping about it. You must understand that there aren't any more opportunities for you. If you refuse to put in the effort required for the first opportunity that has been presented to you, there is not much time left for you. Therefore, there's no cause for complaint. You're not even qualified to voice your grievances. You must realize that there must be another opinion about you, and you need to realize that something more bigger must exist and more difficult awaits you. Additionally, if you're unwilling to venture beyond your comfort zone, if you're not prepared to comprehend the ideals and potentialities that you possess, then all of the things you are thriving for and craving will shortly be finished. I'm not here to lecture you about this right now. I'm here to inform you that things are happening all around you at the moment that are much more important than your whining. You whine a lot about. However, you do not take any action. Right now, if you could switch places with someone and the individual with whom you are exchanging places could find it slightly more difficult compared to what is now happening in your life. Numerous issues are causing so much hardship for so many people in this world right now, but you're whining anyhow right now. A lot of individuals wish they could switch places with you. However, you continue to whine. That's not your right to simply quit. That's not your right to simply give up and declare that your time with it is over. Ladies and gentlemen, you must realize that is the reason you are here on earth at this moment, is because you have tasks to complete, and only specific individuals are eligible in order to elevate it to the necessary level, because there ought to be no restrictions to the location you're looking for, and the distance you're willing to go, and the extent to which you are prepared to go. People have a tendency to become a little lackadaisical at times. People occasionally enjoy placing themselves in this tiny box. They just state that they are content with their current location. In that life, there can never be a simple okay to anything. A complacent attitude is never acceptable. How do we change over time? How do you change over time? How do you grow? Regarding success, one thing, there will be numerous challenges. There will be a lot of difficulties, and a lot of stuff that you might not even comprehend will be covered. However, you must return back to its beginning call, the time you desired more, because negative energy cannot satiate your need. Being pessimistic doesn't aid in your development. Having doubts doesn't provide you with the necessary power. There must come a time in your life when that you need to understand that there are things that are happening on your being tested by that. Additionally, you can find yourself in a situation where you feel like you're broken, or you have the feeling that you will break. However, I am come to inform you, ladies and gentlemen, that you are long-lasting. I am here to inform you that you are no longer entitled to complain. I'm here to let you know that you've got to carry on living and live on strong. I challenge you to travel to the hospital in your area. Additionally, if you get the chance, stroll along those hallways and observe a wide variety of individuals, various ethnic groupings and age categories. And these are all people who are fighting something. They're battling a disease of some kind. Additionally, kids might not be able to recover from some of these illnesses. I challenge you to stroll through a neighborhood where a large number of people are homeless and lack a destination. No food to consume, they hardly have any clothing at all. I challenge you to acknowledge it. Perhaps after all, you don't have it that terrible, perhaps. It's time for you to acknowledge and understand that you're not having too many problems. Perhaps it's time for you to realize that you need to escape the turmoil in your life. Perhaps you should quit pursuing sorrow and begin pursuing your goals. Get back in touch with yourself, because you shouldn't be spending this time restoring yourself rather than advancing yourself. Gentlemen and ladies, you have a lot, so much to provide, so much to offer, a ton of work, but carrying it out and waiting for it to occur while sitting around, it will simply remain in neutral. You must electrify the desire you possess that you had before. Thus, the next time you want to whine, you want to worry, and you worry a lot about things that don't necessarily affect you. Consider this. Is it improving you? Is it elevating you? Are you moving forward? Or are you simply being comfortable, whining and being complacent and fretting and taking actions that are not in your best interests? Will you come to the realization that perhaps simply climbing that peak will suffice? Does require a bit more effort than simply being handed something. Will you be the one who comes to that realization that if and when you reach the mountain summit, does it not end there? You must find a different technique to reach even greater heights. You must electrify yourself and acquire whatever you need to begin doing the tasks at hand. Thus, when the moment arrives, you have the option to kick down the door and proceed toward the opportunities of embodying your true self to the fullest. Keep yourself intact. The things that won't help you stay strong and the ability to recognize that you are important. Keep yourself intact, in terra. Don't let doubt consume you. Make the decision to improve yourself. Have the courage to be different, dare to be the best version of yourself that the world has yet to see.